And Turbo Timo is... Oh, Walker's done that thing again where he don't play it. Oh, 4-0! Walker! Oh! Why has he done the thing again? He's done it again! He's done it again! He doesn't... Oh, Walker, bro! Why does Walker do that now? I swear to God, why does he do that? Why does Walker do that nowadays? Bro! It's over. It's over. The league is over. We are done. We're in a top 4 race and we should focus on UCL and FA Cup.
If they concede this 4. Oh my God! 4-0! Oh my God, man! 4-0! 4-0! Oh my God! 5 like nothing! He walked from that immense!
You know when I knew he was the man? The man came through with a Prada jacket, Valentino jumper, freshly shaven trim, like he's been there before.
We had a, what do you have on his wrist?
I didn't watch the watch.
Yeah, he had a what's it, Sky Dweller. He had a Sky Dweller as well.
Sky Dweller?
On his wrist.
You know what I'm trying to say? So he has the aura.
And he was...
We are going to suffer for a long period and we will try to win games. This will take time, but I know we have to win games.
See what this new manager's all about then, shall we? Good start, they look lively. I won't get carried away. Go, Rashford! Go! 2 minutes in. We are back, baby! We are back! Ruben, you've just given me a rod on because we are so fucking back! We're back! We are back! We're back. Full time. That's a shame, innit? Ruben Amorim. Never even heard of him. All I'm saying is you can do it in the Portuguese league, but can you do it in the best league in the world? That's exactly what I was going to say. Christ, get Solskjaer on the blower.
Come on, man. Come on. Let's go. Now we're done, man. We're done. You're a chill, man. Fucking hell, man. I'm gonna fucking lose the house, bro. The fuck, man? Yo, listen, man. I'm like, yo, are you gonna pay for that? Yo, listen, bro. Wallahi, man, chill. Bro, yo, what the fuck, man? Are you gonna pay for that? I'm fucking done! Yo, I can't, yo, listen, man. I rent this house. I don't own this house, man. Relax, man. Yo, chill, man.
Well. Oh, welcome to another episode of the End-to-End Football Podcast. And then there was 2. Abs, E2E, New Hope, smiling manager in the back. What are you saying?
It was a tough one. It was a tough one this weekend. But overall good, right? You know, there's some other result that made me smile this weekend. You know, half the pain. So I'm going to go with that. In fact, he's way too smiley for what was going on the sideline. So let me just quickly change that. That's more like it. Yes. That's exactly how we felt, brother. Don't worry. I felt for you, brother. Don't you worry about that.
Okay.
That's the exact moment when he thought, these guys are criminals. That's the exact moment. Somewhere in the first half, he just went, they're not doing what I asked them to do.
Yep. And he all started so well as well, eh?
Yeah.
But you know what? We'll get to that. Yeah. We have more important things at hand.
Of course.
Big Ange.
You know?
King of Manchester, lad.
King of the North.
Exactly, yeah. The King in the North.
Yeah, King of the North, mate.
Yeah. Pulled up and pulled pants down. Pause. crazy. Mazzoline.
Nah, I first things first, right? I have to be a man of honor. You know, I sat here and defended the player, and I said, nah, he must be carrying the injury.
Who was this?
You know, no, you're going to laugh because you said he was finished.
Yeah,
but I said, nah, he must be carrying the injury. Nah, it can't be that bad. Maybe there's probably more to give, whatever. If you let Tino Werner square you up and then beat you for pace, don't get me wrong, Werner's no slouch. But there's no way. I've never, it's not possible. The Kyle Walker I know, it's not possible. It's not possible for what I saw.
Yeah.
That's like me chasing a youngster that's all playing on the wing full of energy. And I'm like, why am I here, bro? Why am I on this pitch? I should be in the Vets League. That's what that looked like. Nah, but he's gone. He's gone. And I have to apologize because I argued with you about it. No, you're 100% right. He's gone.
Yeah.
Football's leaving him.
The only thing he's got more to give is more bread to his ex-missus. But that's what he's got more to give. Yeah,
that's probably why he's still playing.
He ain't nothing on the pitch, blood. Yeah, he's been getting cooked all season. Actually, I didn't say all season. Remember him at the Euros? He was. Yeah. Remember when I was saying he was getting done up by bronze cards? Yeah, bronze players on FIFA. Yeah, were doing him up in the group stages. People that we've never heard of.
You're nasty. Like, but you're all right. Yeah, you're right.
You know, he's been getting fried. Do you know what I mean? Player of the season. Now, let me get nasty, actually. Let me get nasty.
Yeah, I was thinking you're being too nice, bro. I just apologize. This is your time to shine, bro.
Let me start here. We have to start at the beginning. Actually, I'm going to take it further to when they announce the Balon d'Or. No, I'm going to take it a few hours before they announced the Balon d'Or. Richarlison.
Go on.
Richarlison came out and said, if Vinny don't win this Balon d'Or, there's going to be hell to pay. And I laughed at him. I said, hey, but what are you going to do, blood? I was like, what are you going to do? Since that Richarlison statement, it's been 5 years. I don't know what Richarlison is cooking. He might be on judge. He might be on judge.
The thing is, right? A lot of people think judge is just solely African issue. I don't think you realize that some of these ancestral spirits and gods and symbols that people celebrate technically is the same thing. So Richarlison has gone to whoever he knows. Yeah. And put a prayer with a little sacrifice. That I don't know what black magic is. I'm just guessing from books here before anyone tried to link me with this. Right? Do you know what I mean? He's done something. Something has happened. Someone somewhere in Brazil has done something.
I'm gonna start off on the Balon d'Or, yeah, because you robbed the Balon d'Or, yeah, and then the way this man has been going on tour, waxing to different people. I've never heard him chat before this Balon d'Or. He's turning up to studios with the Balon d'Or. What? Yo, I expected Benzema to be more flossy with the Balon d'Or. He seems to be doing more with it. Yeah.
Because they have to make it stick. That's why.
Every time when we've had Balon d'Ors here at Madrid, you get the former Balon d'Ors. Obviously, they can't do that. You know what I mean? However,
I don't want to put this comment up, but it is an interesting comment.
It is what it is. You know? the ancestors might have been running something. Anyway, so I've watched Messi win Balon d'Ors, Ronaldo win Balon d'Ors, Modric, Benzema, yeah. And yeah, at the start of the match, man comes out with the Balon d'Or. The players do a little guard of honor kind of thing. If you have former Balon d'Ors at your club, they come out. Obviously, they don't because they're a small tin pot club. So, but what do? They done a whole lights thing. I was like, this is over the top for a Balon d'Or. I was like, all right, you ain't been here before, innit?
No,
but you know when you've robbed.
Sorry to cut you. They paid for this.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Yeah? It's like
No, I don't think you heard me, bro.
you're saying they paid for
the
it.
Balon d'Or.
Yeah. they paid, but this is what I'm saying. You know when you've robbed it, yeah, by paying for it, paying the people you had to pay.
Yep.
You have to make a big show of it. The show for the Balon d'Or before the game was just so extra. I was like, this is interesting. And then you can get clapped 4-0 off that. You done this whole thing to go and lose your 5th game. Yeah? And then I've heard nasty excuses. You know, one excuse that I don't want to hear, and I will argue anyone this excuse here. The whole, you see, this is the difference that Rodri makes. You know, without Rodri, what do you expect? Oh, hold on. When it's any other manager that has injuries, we're still looking at them funny. Yeah. A couple of years ago, when Liverpool had all them centre backs injured, and they were playing Henderson as centre back,
their whole back
line. The whole back line was gone here. I was here criticizing Klopp here for saying, big man, ain't you got no team centre backs? You're moving midfielders to centre back, and then you're just messing up the whole team. Yeah, criticize them. Yeah, when
I can't believe I'm going to say this to defend Liverpool. Do you remember when their whole midfield was missing?
This is it.
Fabinho, Henderson, Thiago.
I don't know if you can count Thiago.
I mean, he was missing most of the time. But he happened to be part of the list at the time, right?
Yeah.
Even there's another player. I think Ronaldo was injured as well. There was a period when all of them were gone.
Yep.
The fans, the media, still demanded results.
Listen,
they demanded that Klopp find a way. What I'm getting peed off about, I'm sorry to cut you off on your point, and I'm going to go back to it, is this is meant to be the greatest manager ever.
Yes, you just took the words out of my mouth, yeah? Even that waste man, Ten Hag, and this is not even giving him credit, yeah? Even that waste man, Ten Hag, yeah? He had mad injuries, yeah? And I was on here criticizing him for how he dealt with it. Yeah, same way people have been criticizing Arteta. Yeah, we see the importance of Odegaard. Odegaard is missing, yeah? He's gone to this ultra defensive, where let's score from corners football. Odegaard is back. He's now playing normal football. That's a criticism. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But Pep now, you can lose my man, and then we're supposed to sit here and just be like, don't worry about it. We can lose 5 in a row. Allow it. It's because Rodri's so good.
That has Pep's team. That's 1.5 billion.
Why didn't you sign a DM? I was talking about this yesterday. I said, who is their second DM?
They never had one.
This is the arrogance. This is the arrogance. So your plan, what? Your plan hinges on my man being fit forever.
But this is the same arrogance he had when he decided not to have a striker. Then he managed to get over the line, but he got knocked out in Champions League. Then the next season he said, "Get me Haaland."
You know what I like about this stuff is, like you said, he got Haaland. Remember as well when you wanted Cancelo over Kyle Walker. Yeah.
Yep.
Cancelo was playing, I think 2022 when you played them, when you knocked them out here. Vinicius cooked Fernandinho on that side. I know that stuff. Yeah. And then the next year, man made sure, even though Kyle Walker wasn't actually playing most of the games, when he came to that game, he made sure Kyle Walker played. Yeah. Got a new deal even, right? Now he's fumbling. Rico Lewis. Is he not a right back? Where was he playing?
Initially, yeah. But he's playing multiple positions.
Where is he playing now? Not everybody is Philip Lahm. He needs to allow it. No, seriously. You know, it's like we're not allowed to criticize this guy because he wins all the time, yeah? Yet he's doing some mad things.
This is a mad comment as well. And this is what I really don't... I don't want to see Liverpool win, yeah? But a part of me doesn't want this to happen. For him to think, I'm going to win anyway.
But that's going to mess him up, though.
Yeah, I hope it does.
Because the problem is, yeah, brother, if Bernardo Silva, yeah, and I'll use for the Man United fans that are watching, yeah, just to make my point, yeah. If Bernardo Silva played for Man United, let's say you signed him in the summer for somehow, yeah, and he played like he did this season for you, man, he will be getting cooked.
Oh, 100%.
Bernardo Silva, if he played for Man United the same way he's playing right now this season, you'll not hear the end of it. All the rival fans, yeah, all these other man, because this is a problem. The Man City thing, because they got no fans. Yeah, a lot of clubs is like, you know what? If we can't do it, I'd rather Man City do it because I ain't gonna say nothing.
You ain't gonna run into their fans
because you're gonna run into the fans. But the problem with that, yeah, what's happened now is it's created what I call Man City cucks. Now we have rival fans here that are scared to criticize Man City. People are moving shook. People are, like you oppress them, and man are saying like, yeah, but you know, they might still win, you know. Yeah, it's like the whole league is traumatized by these men, yet they're playing rubbish.
I want to let you know about this comment. Yeah, a lot of players turn on Pep after a season or two. It's very, and hence why he's very quick to open the door to let people go, right? Cancelo, Torres, Alvarez that he finally let go of this year, although the money was too good. Aguero, remember he didn't want to play him for ages. Then he had to play him because he saved his season.
Then he was there crying about we can't replace him.
We can't replace him whilst not playing him in the Champions League final. That then the next game, I think it was, right? Sterling, Sane, bruv, the list goes on.
Now,
revolving door.
I need to get into these players, yeah. I'm criticizing Pep, but I need to get into these players as well, yeah, because Bernardo Silva has stunk this whole thing. No one says nothing because it's Bernardo Silva and he's played well once upon a time. Bruv, the man is smelling out there, yeah? Now let's also go, and again, I will use, there's two clubs here, because there's two clubs that everyone loves to banter in it. You, Man United, and Arsenal.
Yep.
Yeah? When Arsenal lose, the whole football world is doing, you know, backflips. When you, Man, lose, football world is doing backflips, yeah? So I'll use you two guys as the thing. If you two clubs signed Savio and he played like he's played this season,
beyond 007,
what would the people be saying?
Beyond 007. You got to think about this now, yeah? Sancho was signed. 7 games, he got the 007 tag. 7 games. Savio is into the what, 12th? 13th game?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. An attacking player at Man City, no goals, no assists.
Brother,
no key passes.
Sterling that don't really play for Arsenal has an assist.
And Anthony scored and assisted occasionally.
Man are saying that it's Anthony's twin in that. It's crazy.
No, he's worse than Anthony, bro.
Yeah. I heard one cockroach talking about how he's better than Saka. I mean, this is the delusion that you deal with. Yeah.
The only shouts that he was better than Saka is because he's better on the eye, right? As a dribbler, and he looks cleaner.
I don't know what you.
I've always told, because you know the worst thing is, right? Because there's some Arsenal fans that think Martinelli's better than Saka, or they prefer.
I think that was a couple of years ago. I think that died. You know what I mean? That's when, you know. I remember when even Klopp was gassing up Martinelli when he first broke through. Yeah, there was a lot of excitement, and then people realized, nah, this guy's not. He's not who they think he is. But let's remain focused. Yeah, let's remain focused. Right? Savio dead. Silva dead. Doku, I don't even know if he plays anymore. I barely see this guy.
I barely see him.
I don't think he even played this game.
We don't even make jokes about him, so that tells you.
I can't be bothered. I can't even be bothered. I mean, at this rate, he probably looks their most dangerous winger because the other ones are so dead. Courts, don't worry, we're getting to that guy. Yeah, we're getting to that guy. Yeah, I'm saving the best for last. I'm saving for the best for last. Yeah.
Yeah.
Grealish came on. What did he do?
Garbage.
What did he do? Yeah.
Look like he played like he was drunk.
I'm sick of them, man. Yeah, that just want to back these. Oh, he's a baller. Yeah. This is the problem. He's a baller. Man, see a nice first touch and stuff like this, and it's like you just got to defend a player to the hills. Guys, bro, did you see what he did for that 4th goal? He passed it to
yes.
Yes. He passed it to my man.
Yes.
That was a pre-assist. That was a pre-assist. That, bro, that's you know what I mean. That is his goal contribution. Yeah. That 4th goal, the 4th goal, that's his contribution. Yeah. That was he played a key pass for that goal.
Ooh,
smelly.
Do you know the worst thing is? Yeah, I know I hate this guy for a reason. What? No, to be honest, I don't actually hate him as a player. I hate everything around him.
No, I know what you're saying, and this is what I get into the, the bag we're going to get into here. Because
The protected.
we know
players.
we know if Grealish had not even the full melanin package, even if you gave him the 50% melanin, the talk around him, the talk will be different. You give him the one drop rule.
Yeah,
the way they talk about him is different, innit? You know what I mean? Them drunken antics ain't funny no more. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't one of the lads no more. Like that. But let's just talk about his own pitch performances. Rubbish. Yeah. Kevin De Bruyne. Man brought him on here like an ace. You know them ones there. He
wheeling him on for hope.
Bruv, he wheeled him on here. And I said in the group, like, bruv, it wasn't our group, it was the next group. I said, yo, bring on as soon as this man comes on here, watch what's gonna happen. He's gonna somehow drift onto that right wing and just be trying to whack the ball in. He hit the man every time. Hit the first man.
Think about FIFA. I know you don't play anymore, right? But they made a role. That's Kevin De Bruyne's, the half wing.
Half winger. Yeah.
Wing.
He's a half winger.
Kevin De Bruyne, bro.
He's a half winger plus, bro. Do you know what I mean? So like, he's a half winger, bro.
He's got 3 pluses, bro. 4. He's the originator. You see how Makelele has his role in football. This is Kevin De Bruyne's one. Half winger plus 3, bro.
Anyway, that's that. Yeah, and then let's get to the piece of the resistance. Oh no. We're not getting to folding yet. Sorry, guys, we're not getting to folding yet. Again, now the man them in here might not like this. Yeah. Yes, little yo. This is why you're the guy, bruv. Absolutely, bro. Even see the hairstyle that he's trying.
Yeah,
he's trying, man. You're not him, blood.
Tried to do the Bex 2001, isn't it? Or 2000 when he had the.
Yeah.
Bro, it's not it.
You're not him. Let's go to Gravido, whatever his name is. Yeah, the centre back that plays left back that's been scoring mad goals. Yeah. Now you might not like this, but if Trent played like what he played yesterday, people will be singing. That's all I'm saying, yeah? People will be saying, he's good going forward, but defensively, bro, I saw him doing more things in the box, yeah? And anytime he actually do any defending, he was horrific. Horrific.
I have said this about so many players under the Pep guys, the Pep blanket, that when these players come out of this system, you realize just how average they are, right? I think, let's look at the team. Ederson, never going to be number 1 for Brazil. Kyle Walker finished. Stones finished. Guardiola, dead. Akanji, dead. Gundogan, I'm going to give that because I'm not too 100% sure, but he doesn't start.
But Gundogan is just finished though. He was a good player, but
to be fair, yeah, he's finished, right?
He's just finished.
Silva, he's been sticking up the place for at least 2 seasons. I'm throwing 2 seasons. I might have stretched.
I think last season, yeah, I wouldn't give him too much. I think he only had
let's say 18 months minimum.
Yeah, last season he had glimpses, but most of it was mid. This year is horrific. Like
right, Savio, no.
Yeah, we ain't seen nothing from you,
right?
And they were gassing it. Man tried to even change his name to Savinho, yeah?
Anyway, right? And then Phil Foden. We're going to talk about him in thing, but we've already... I've made it loud. I might as well have a trumpet the way I've been...
We'll save him for last year, but
yeah,
I want to touch on the next
one. Only player that looks the same outside of this Pep system, even though he's looking shocking, right? Well, he missed too many chances against Tottenham. It's Haaland, because Haaland is the same.
Yeah, but Haaland, we know what Haaland is.
And let me go.
Haaland, I mean, he missed some chances in this, but some of them were, I wouldn't say they were sitters in it. So yeah, I would agree still. But Haaland is Haaland, a limited player that you give him the chances.
That's the only player that you can take out the system that you can guarantee will be exactly the same.
Yeah,
that's the only player.
And
everyone else, I'm telling everyone else,
and you know what,
suspect.
I agree with what you're saying, but I'm not even putting a compliment sauce on that. I'm not even gonna lie. On the Haaland tip, I'm not even saying that as a compliment. I just think he's very limited.
Yeah, he's a limited.
He's just a finisher.
I hope no one thought I was trying to make it sound good. I'm just saying. Singing.
You know what I mean? But
Pep system has saved a lot of careers. Let's just put it that way.
let's also go to John Stones. Now, John Stones, by the media and the way they talk about this guy, like he's one of the best. When you think of John Stones, do you actually think of him what he does defending?
Nope.
Or
Never.
what he does on the ball?
Never defensive. Anytime I hear John Stones, right, it's about him going into midfield and playing football, or it's about him being thrown up front to get a last minute goal for Man City when they need it, right? Those are the only two times John Stone comes into conversation. And then all of a sudden, he gets picked for England. There's this massive hype.
But then when he now has to do the basics, which is just defending without the ball, he looks very average.
So here's the thing, right? I think everyone sometimes has short-term memory. When he was at Everton, same issue. When he was bought, same issue. There was even a long stretch when Pep would not start him. Hence why he went to go and buy Diaz, right? And then he had a couple of bits and bobs here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Maguire can defend just very slowly. I'm not gonna lie to you. I agree with that statement. But like, people seem to forget that Pep didn't like John Stones. And I have a distinct feeling, due to the how many English players you need in your team nonsense, I think that's what kept him. A lot of games he started from the bench.
I say the Calvin Richardson.
Yeah,
his name is
a lot of game he started from the Calvin Phillips. Yeah, a lot of games he started from the bench. Right? Then he'll have an injury, then he'll come in, then he'll pick up a game. But the moment Pep has his team, he's normally out. He's never been a good defender. Not for me. I just think he's nice on the ball, and that's it. You know what I mean? And that's absolutely. I think he's overrated still. I think he's overrated, in my opinion. Well, they try to talk to him in the same light as the Ferdinand, and I'm just like, leave it alone.
Stop the foolishness.
Leave it alone, please. Respect my guy. I know you don't like him as a pundit.
Like I said, in the same way with Ferguson, where I say about Grealish, about adding a little bit of melanin. If we delete a little bit of melanin from Ferdinand, the talk is even different with him. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah, 100%.
That's all I'll say on that one.
But yeah, let's go to the main man, bro, because I feel vindicated.
What Phil system player Foden?
I feel vindicated, and I have been on this. I've been on this train a long time. This guy, he flatters to deceive. A lot of these big English stars that they prop up as world class. Or the best English talent we have.
Build the team around him, and that.
A lot of these players, flatter to deceive, bro. This is his time to shine. We have an argument about last season, right? I can concede that there was a lot of games where he stepped up, where most times he wouldn't have, right? But my defense for that was system works. Watch him outside of it. But now there's a battle. Nowhere to be seen.
He looks horrible, man. When it's not going well, it's horrible. It's horrible. Whew. And the thing is, we also have to add, Tottenham were playing. Ben Davies was playing out there, centre back.
Tottenham centre backs was Ben Davies and Gragusini or whatever.
Yeah, Gragusini, whatever. I saw him get cooked at Galatasaray, that guy.
Yeah.
He was getting fried by Osimhen and that. Yeah, and he was out there looking like some kind of world beater. Yeah. Yves Bissouma got a yellow card in the first few seconds of the match. And played the rest of the game comfortably.
And Maddison.
Yeah.
Madison looking side-eye
very mid. Yeah, very mid. Was just allowed to have the game, his best game for Tottenham. Kulusevski cooking.
Even Song looked good for a bit.
Yeah, even Son. He even had Werner come on and get an assist.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you had Werner come on and have an assist. You had my man Brennan Johnson come on to eat, right? And we're now sitting at 5 games. And you know what makes me laugh about these 5 losses is the first loss was against Tottenham, yeah? The last one is Tottenham as well. But that first loss, I remember when Haaland and them, man, were sitting on the bench, 90 a minute. Tottenham are winning. You know, they're going through next round in the cup. And them, man, they're laughing. They were looking at each other laughing like, yeah, it's minor things. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're losing Carabao Cup, whatever, yeah? 4 losses later. You ain't laughing now, innit? You ain't so funny now, bro. First loss, first time Pep has lost 5 games, and the interview was telling as well. In his whole career, yeah. And the interview was telling as well, and they're asking him about that because he was like, "Oh, we just have to get up, you know, in the life, you know, you have challenges and you just have to get up." You know, Donny was sounding like Ten Hag. He said, "No, we started well, and it's, you know, they scored the first goal and."
Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm like, okay, you started well, they scored, and then what? You just capitulated,
bro. Do you know what's crazy, right? When Ten Hag left, when Pep talking like, "Oh yeah, you know, you could come and join us, bro," and you know what I mean, show us and teach us and da 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 da, and then after the result, someone put 4 pictures of Pep morphing into Ten Hag. I said, "Oh God, I'm so glad this guy's not my manager anymore." I'm so glad he's not my manager anymore.
Oh my days! But
yeah, I don't know what's going on. Okay,
I mean,
let's talk about Pep. Let's talk about this. Really, let's talk about.
And he's just signed a new deal. If that was another, this is another thing as well. If another manager just signed a new deal and went on this losing run, we would be like, "Rah, that's kind of mad," you know? Is that new deal curse? But again,
right. Let's be honest.
The whole league has got you know, trauma, bruv, from Pep. So everyone's shook to criticize.
Let's be honest, yeah. Let's be honest. Pep is not seeing out that contract. That's 1. Yeah. 2, they're not going to spend money foolishly either. So he can't rejuvenate this team. Remember, 115 is still sitting on their head top.
You know, that I was thinking about this here because I was going to go into their summer. Someone made this point a couple of weeks ago on the stream as well. That I was like, their summer was so rubbish, you know.
They can't spend.
Their summer was rubbish here, but then someone said, yo, they've got their eyes watching them. So they're trying to do the good boy thing and not spend the peas. And you know what? They're right. Because under normal circumstances, why shouldn't they be trying to sign Zubimendi in the summer as well? Or all these other men?
Almost every summer, whenever there's a position that looks a bit shaky, their replacement flies in. And they're going half the time, the deal is done before the window even opens.
But even when I think of it, yeah, because I saw one City fan talking about, yeah, we tried to sign Bellingham and we tried to sign Rice. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I believe you, man, still. I think sometimes you just put your name in there to make it seem like you're trying something, but you're not really pushing.
The thing is, I'll be honest, they did try. I know they tried, but they didn't put up the money that was needed. That's what I'm saying,
though. That's like the fake try, though, isn't it? Like, you know, the real piece that's going to get the job done, especially if another.
Yeah, you know the real piece, but you try to see if you can get on a deal. They try to flex their muscles in it to see if their name holds any weight. Found out it didn't.
Like one of the few guys that you signed is, you know, Savio, who is kind of owned by you.
It's a parent funny
Fugazi, yeah, some Fugazi signing.
Which means that money didn't really do anything. That money's come straight back to the club somehow.
Bro, that money's in the same account. The money's in the same bank account. That is crazy. But looking forward, yeah. What are they now? 8 points here. 8 points behind Liverpool, and they've got Liverpool next.
I cannot listen. You know what? This is me being real, right? There is a 95% chance they're going to lose that game.
And then they go 11 points.
And then it's be 11 points. 95%. I've never done that before. You know that. I've never said, even United, I've never said Liverpool have a 95% chance of winning. Never. But unfortunately, Liverpool, the way they're going against this back line, It's basically.
That's funny.
All right, yeah, here you go. Oh yeah.
Oh my
Right?
days.
I've never said that about anyone before, even United against any. I've never said 95%. This is football.
Because that foolishness.
We see
they were
that
doing,
5%. Yeah, even that 5% chance that I'm leaving on the table. 4% is a draw. Right? And when I say the 1% of them winning, VAR is going to be involved.
What is this game actually? Is this at Anfield? Because if it's at Anfield, Lord have mercy.
Wait, let me just check quickly.
Yeah,
It's at Anfield. It's at Anfield.
Yeah. Is that the Sunday game or is it a Saturday thing?
Sunday. 4 o'clock
my.
kickoff. Everyone
my
will be
days.
watching through that.
Must say the lights
It's
are on.
time for VAR to shine, bro. It's time for WWE, the Premier League, to do their WWE opening statement.
And this is
And
it.
that's, by the way, that's the 1%.
And this what you're saying is true, you know, because even Liverpool, I mean, I watched their game against Southampton, but they were mid. They literally won that because Southampton are dead and they've got better players, but the performance is rubbish.
On VAR didn't get involved for Liverpool because
VAR
was strong in that game.
And I'm just talking about the performance. Performance from Liverpool was not very good, but they got the job done. But against this Man City team that's giving, the thing is, Man City, they're giving, even when they play well, they're giving so many chances to the other team. Yeah, but you can get away with that when you're playing some of the other teams. Gyökeres, when you come up against a finisher like Gyökeres, you ain't getting away with that. Do you know what I mean? When you come up against Tottenham, you're not getting away with that. Even Brighton, he didn't get away with it. Now going away to Anfield, you're going to give them man all them chances.
And that's the thing. You know the worst thing is, right? Pep doesn't have the mindset to play defensive football.
This is what I love about this, you know, is that he ain't gonna park the bus.
Yeah, he's gonna
so that's the beauty of it. I'm like, big man, carry on, bro. Yeah, because I want to see it crash and burn, bro. I want to see it crash and burn. I am there and enjoying it. But you know what?
You know what? Sorry, because we spent a long time cussing.
Bro.
We gotta do a quick chat on Tottenham themselves. So funny enough, on Saturday night, yeah, I went to Trav's show. Big up Trav, fantastic show. Sorry, KG, I missed your bit, but you know he's already tried to gun me for that. But there was a Tottenham fan that we spoke to outside, and we were like, all of us were like, "Oh, you must be feeling happy." And this is the most Tottenham response that I've ever heard. He said, "Yeah, until next week." And I just went, that's not Tottenham. If that's not Tottenham, yeah.
It's true though.
If that's not what being a Tottenham fan is all about, yeah. He didn't want to celebrate. They should be celebrating this. But he knew deep down, I can't celebrate too hard, you know. I don't know who they have next week. Or I bet he doesn't know. Oh, who they got? They got Fulham at home.
Oh, there you go.
Right? He's got Fulham at home.
The way they go on, you might lose that.
I don't know what's going to happen. So I can't celebrate the win. But it then brings me down to this question. Is Ange the right manager for them? Because even the Tottenham fans don't seem to know.
I'll tell you why my answer is yes. And this is going to sound cruel, but here's what it is. They don't deserve better. Why should they deserve a better manager? They're Tottenham. To do what with? So we must have a top manager to go to that loser club, to not get peas, to be bottling. They don't deserve it. They deserve what they have. I don't hear about they need a better. They had Mourinho. They had Mourinho.
You're going to say something good, you know. You're going to say something good.
They've had Mourinho.
Just straight up, they don't deserve it.
They don't deserve it, bro. They don't deserve it. Yeah. Let's look at the last top quality managers that they had. Yeah. And I'm going to show my age here, but
and Jose.
Yeah. But I'm even going to go way back now and show my age. Yeah. And there's a La Liga man. Yeah. One day Ramos. Yeah. In them times there, the mid 2000s. Was one of the hottest managers in Europe. Yeah,
yep.
He was winning UEFA Cups with Sevilla. Yeah, I'm sure he was around that Sevilla team with
You want
Dani
to call
Alves
up
and
with them as well. I swear you
yeah,
want
but
to call
this
it
is what I'm going to. This is what I'm going to.
Yeah.
Let me land. Yeah, that Sevilla team that had Luis Fabiano and Dani Alves, they were playing beautiful football, causing havoc in Europe and La Liga and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, he's like, you know what I mean, was one of the up and coming top guy. He goes to Tottenham, wins them a trophy. He gets sacked. I mean, they were horrible. I think they were like 14th or something. You know what I mean? He was looking peak still. But he won them something.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's the last time. Every other manager they've had in there is either a small up-and-comer like a Pochettino who hadn't actually won anything, but was on his way up. Randy Ramos had won stuff, right? He won something. You get Pochettino, balled it in the final. You know, Lucas Moura scores a hat-trick in the semi-final. You drop him for the final. Like just Tottenham things, yeah? Do you know what I mean? Mourinho comes in. You sack him before a cup final.
I'm never going to forget that.
Yeah? You sack him before a cup final. Conte comes in.
They didn't want him to win.
Yeah. Conte came in. They didn't back him in the window. Remember Conte, that speech?
The players.
Yeah,
the players.
Do you know what I mean? Huh? They didn't back him. So I say that to say, why do they deserve a better manager? They have what they deserve. Ange wants to be there. If you want to be there, that's what they deserve. That's what I got to say for that team, bro. They have what they deserve. It is what it is. Anyway, let's move here. Let's move. Cover the other games. Let's go to your boys. Ruben Amorim, first game in. Away to Ipswich.
First of all,
well,
I will say, right? Ipswich is, I know their league position is terrible, but if anyone's actually watched an Ipswich game, they're not rubbish. They just can't finish their chances. And I'll be honest, this game was pretty much the same. They probably could have won, really.
Yeah.
Right? And it would have been really embarrassing. Right? Here's some good points. There's some bad points, but there's some good points. I'm going to take his team selection out of it because I was angry about it on Saturday. On Sunday. But,
Casemiro Ericsson together was a bit mad.
Well, that's the thing, right?
That looked a bit risky, boy.
But it's the thing. That was the team he was forced to pick.
Okay.
Because Garte just come from international. I think he landed on Friday, so he didn't really train. Maino's just coming back from injury, so it's a little bit... Ipswich game is too much of a back and forth game. They have too much physicality and energy for throwing back in. I think there's some other players that was just coming back. So he couldn't risk it. All right, fair enough. Because I never want to see Ericsson and Casemiro together in a pivot midfield. Never again in my life.
Risky, man. Even though you got the system, I don't know if the system is enough to protect that. But
no, never, ever in my life do I want to see that ever again. Yeah. Because anytime we lost the ball, I was just like, oh, God, here we go. Right? It looked a little bit better when Bruno was in there just for legs because Bruno just likes running.
Yeah.
We don't know where he's running to, but he likes running. Right? So I'm going to take the team selection out of his hands for now. Right? Except for one part. I'm just going to mention one part. Ahmad cannot play. I know he played well this game, but Ahmad cannot be the wing back. While Nacho is the number 10 striker. No. If you want goals of football intelligence, you have to put Ahmad in the right place. And I don't want... Because players, right? Because they are good, generally, wherever you play them, that becomes their career. Rooney had it for a long time. Maserati is going to have it now as well because...
Listen, the best example of that is Ashley Young, bro. You know what I mean? We forget that Ashley Young was actually a good winger at Aston Villa.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. He came to United. It was an decent winger. We probably shouldn't have bought him, but
yeah.
Right? And then all of a sudden, well, try left back, then right back. Right? Like, But I think why I say Rooney, because Rooney played. Rooney is a top player with a ridiculous record, still our top scorer ever. And just imagine if he had the selfishness to say, no, I'm playing up front or I'm playing number 10, no matter what.
Yeah.
Instead of, I'm going to go left wing because Ronaldo's here and because he doesn't do the running, I'll do it. If Rooney had the same ego as Ronaldo, imagine what Rooney's numbers could have been. That's why I always tell people. So I don't want that to happen to Ahmad because he looks like he's going to already. Right?
I also don't think on the physical tip, I don't think he can do that though.
Against a top
Do you
team,
know what I mean?
never.
I don't think he can play wing back. I don't think he's got enough pace, or even he doesn't strike me as having the engine for that. Because you need.
I don't. I think, like I said, he did a good job. Let's not. Let's not.
Hey, listen, like I said, I've said it many times on here. He's been my favorite attacker of yours, and seeing him actually starting, I was like, you know what, this is a good sign. But then wing back, I was like, I don't know about that. If you had him as the 10, that's kind of on the right. Yeah.
Oh, that would have worked.
You know what I mean?
That would have worked. So yeah, like.
Because Mazraoui can do that man. Because he's good on the ball anyway. He's
and there's another problem, another player that can play everywhere. Because Mazraoui is he can also be in the back three easily. And this is my problem, because some players are good because they're good at being adaptable. They might get used like that. But okay. So anyway, sorry, I didn't want to even harp on about that, but I just want to mention that one. All for the last 2 weeks, Ruben has said the same thing. You're going to at least see a vision, right? Bearing in mind, he's had these boys for 2 days training, and then this is his first match. So that's 3 days, if you want to put it that way. Yeah? Now, we know the team's rubbish. He needs to find out on his own way. But already in 2 days, I've seen more vision from him than I saw 2.5 years with Tenor.
Listen, my thing with these kind of things is obviously for rival fans, you know, they were thirsting for, you know, Ipswich dub so they can say, new manager, whatever. But if anything, if I'm a rival, I would actually want for you to get new manager bounce, because new manager bounce are not necessarily a foundation for anything.
They're not. It's
no, I mean, they're more like just a confidence. Everyone's, you know, running hard. Everyone's just a bit gassed. Like the Oli thing. Yeah, I mean, there's no real foundations to that. So if you see
the moment Oli got the job, the results came crashing down.
Yeah, but then even then, like my thing with that is, if now it's just working, it's just you're kind of doing somewhat of the same thing. You revert to, let's do counter attack, which is, you know, the easiest revert you can do as a manager. Play on the counter, you're getting results. New manager bounce, haha. But if there's like an actual system, and he's trying to figure out who can actually play what position, he's trying to figure out, and there's teething problems. To me, that's not really a red flag, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, it would be a red flag if months from now, you know, we're not seeing nothing. But expecting it off the first game that these players that, you know, can't even play the whatever system Ten Hag was playing are just going to pick this up and just run with it is another thing. The only thing though, in the second half, to be fair, I was watching the Madrid game, so I had it on the side, but he kind of lost shape when you brought on the strikers, man.
This is the scariest thing for me.
It's like they came on, and I feel like you lost the structure, got lost. When their man came on,
he got sky, bro. He got sky. Just got a bit messy. But, okay, so what it is, right? With this guy, he plays 3-4-3, but there's variation where one variation is he has 2 number 10s and 1 striker. So like he has a box in the middle, and then the wing backs have to do all the work. Yeah. The other variation he does is he drops the middle striker into like a number 10 role, and then makes the other 2 strikers up there. Yeah. And I have a feeling that's what he was trying to do when he put Højlund and Xerxes on, because obviously from the sideline you can see how many times he was getting angry at Xerxes for not running into the box. So he was not meant to be a number 10, but Xerxes, and he kept dropping in because he wants to get a touch of the ball and turn into a midfielder, which is why the shape was all wrong. Because Mount came on at some point, and I'm sure he was meant to be that 10 while Bruno was behind him. But Xerxes is right beside him. Ruins the whole shape completely. But this is what worries me the most, right? We had Garnacho, Rashford, and Bruno. And I did think two of them out of 3 are probably not going to be here, right? But the craziest thing is when he put on Højlund and Xerxes, my head, and this is how embarrassing this squad is, my head, I said, bring Garnacho and thing back. That's how bad they were.
I really think this system does not suit Garnacho unless if he's playing wing back, and I don't really think he can do that anyway.
You can't do it. Yeah,
Because in any number 10 position, I don't think he's got anything about him to say number 10 in it.
He has no intelligence.
Obviously, he can't play striker. So I don't think the system suits him whatsoever. And again, and I'll say it as well, you have to trust this manager and you mean about these players. Because what will happen now? Because some fans ain't got no patience, they've got nothing about them. So he comes in, he's got his 3-4-3 or system he's got here. They'll see it not work for a bit. They get impatient. Oh, he needs to just use the players in the right position. Dish the system. Watch. Because their guy, they'll be saying, "Oh no,
yeah.
He doesn't suit Garnacho. He needs to, do this."
My biggest problem is Ineos getting impatient. That's my biggest problem. I know the fans are gonna wind me up, but half these fans were the ones that wanted Ten Hag to stay when we're in 14th position. Why am I listening to them about football? Why? Right? Half these players are the ones that are telling me that Garnacho is the next big thing. Garnacho's already 20, and if you're comparing him to who he thinks he is, he's 4 years behind already. If you compare him to what Ronaldo was doing at 20, he's already 4 years behind, bro.
Yeah, they just stop that, bro. The Ronaldo thing is like, bro, the only thing they got in common is that they played for Man United. That's it. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't even see any kind of.
I don't understand it either. I really don't.
But you can't fanboy your way into being compared to the guy. Yeah, no, that's your guy. That's your goal.
You can't.
But just because you like him doesn't mean you're him, bro. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. What I don't understand is, right, he thinks it in his own head. But then the fans that look from the outside, listen, a lot of football players will have a level of delusion, right? It's what drives them to be that. Because they sacrifice a lot for it. So why wouldn't you be deluded and say, yeah, I'm going to be the best? Cool. But the guys on the outside watching him, I said, oh, you're like this. Well, he's 5'9", and Ronaldo was 6'1" or something. What I'm saying. Like, the delusion is there. Ronaldo grew his body to what he is now, or actually, if you think about what he was at 21, he was already stature-wise different breed. Right? He's not really faster. He was stronger. He was better in the air. Like, there's so many parts of football.
If he wants to model himself, he needs to be finding some winger to model himself after. You know, some other winger that's not Ronaldo.
And the thing is, if you really think about it, you're a football man, right? What winger could he model himself with that was great? So the only one he could do it to, and this is when you're talking about his size. I'm not his ability, so I just want to wipe that out straight away. Is the Hazard type.
And the thing is, he ain't got the control that Hazard got.
Nowhere close to that either.
Like, you know what I mean? Hazard's dribbling ability is ridiculous. Like,
so he has to make something new. That's the word of it. He has to make something new.
Spinning Coquelin. Sorry, after that's like my one Hazard memory that I have. Man played for my club, you know. You see, he was so dead for us. Nothing he done for us, but I still remember when he made Coquelin do a spin. Like, yo.
And he went on to score the goal. I mean, there's so many runs he did where people were just bouncing off him or you're spinning him. You're not going to be like that. That's inbuilt.
Let's move from that. Let's move from that. Obviously,
but quick thing, just to complete it. I saw a vision. It's a foundation to build off, and when it went right, it went really right. Like it was game changing, right? Shame about the players that he has. So that's what it is. The work has started.
I think it's a time thing. You know, rivals always do this thing where, you know, if it's another team, you know, the guy must come in and do it straight away. If it's their team, they want people to have all the patience in the world. You know what I mean? Like,
Jamie, Arsenal fans always talk about Arteta's this, Arteta that. He had.
Yeah, bro. I'm sorry. I defend Arsenal on here all the time here, but I don't want to hear nothing from Arsenal fans, bro. They're on phase 5 of their project. Like, stop it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, my man's been there for years, isn't it? So allow man to actually fail or do something. You know?
Yeah.
But anyway, let's quickly move to Arsenal. I mean, they were cooking this game, and I'm kind of conflicted on this Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest game here because the football was so good to the point where I'm like, we're Nottingham Forest just dead? Because I felt like I was watching Arsenal from last season. I watched this game.
I watched highlights.
The connection between what's his name? Odegaard and Saka, that they've had that we know about, they were cooking. If anything, if Trossard wasn't playing against them, they would have actually scored more goals.
Do you know what? Let me put it this way, yeah. I found the highlights of this. I didn't get time to watch Match of the Day, and I was watching the highlights. And there was some point halfway through the highlights, right? It was like 5 minutes long. I decided to look at the origin of the highlights because I was like, did an Arsenal fan make these highlights? Because I didn't see Nottingham Forest, bro. It was just attack, play, attack. And I thought,
dominated. It was a full domination. That's Arsenal's best performance. Definitely the best attacking performance this season.
And this is what I was going to confirm as well. Because then obviously me being me, I went to go and look at stats. No shots on target all game for Nottingham Forest. I said, how the hell are these guys third? How the hell are these guys third this whole time?
Listen, Nottingham Forest didn't show up. But I have to give credit to Arsenal because they came up against a low block. And it was a similar low block to what they've struggled with this season. Yeah, where they've had to rely on corners and whatnot and set pieces to score, right? But because Odegaard is back and he's actually now looks like he's match fit, they can now break down these low blocks with their one-touch play and all that kind of stuff. So that definitely helped against the low block. So as for Nottingham Forest, yeah, that was dreadful. From their perspective, it was a dreadful performance. They didn't even offer really anything on the counter attack. Elanga, I didn't even notice him. The time I noticed him was when he was getting hooked like crazy. He was awful, absolutely awful.
Yeah, that's not a good look. Yeah. That's not a good look.
From an Arsenal perspective, in terms of because they look like they were struggling to break down low blocks this season. We criticized them for how they were playing and losing that attacking spark. But this game, he was there. Like I said, Trossard playing against them. That's another.
I actually have to pick up an Arsenal game and watch at some point because. I'm really intrigued to see the next one. I really want to try my hardest here, or to find any opening I can to the argument we had about how important Odegaard is to the team. Like I really want to have an argument.
Nah, he's.
But the results I've seen so far, I'm like, shoot, exactly right.
He's important. Like I said, I keep the same energy. If he's out, I need to find a solution, and he didn't, so he gets criticized for that. You know what I mean? But anyway. Liverpool top of the table, doing the Liverpool thing of just getting the done.
Having VAR help them, yes.
What VAR? What's this thing you're talking about? Because the penalty that they got against them was it was on the edge, bro. Yeah. So what VAR did they have for them? Tell me this.
What about the one when the goalkeeper came out and just crashed the striker on the 1-on-1? Even though him and Bradley were fighting for the ball, he came out, touched none of the ball, all of the striker. If that was Salah running in, that's a penalty.
Is it?
And by the way, that was at 2-1. That was at 2-1, right? That was at 2-1. So they got the penalty. They'll probably score it 3-1. That changes the whole dynamic of the game. I don't even remember. So they decided not to give that one. And then the moment Liverpool got their chance in the box to give a penalty, here you go, mate. Equalize it.
That one, yeah?
The rule says you can't give 2 penalties against Liverpool.
I said the rule.
Unwritten rule for all the referees and VAR. You can't give 2 penalties to Liverpool.
Let's actually talk about the Liverpool pen here because I must be the only person in the world that thought that was a bit harsh. I mean, I get it. I'm not going to say shouldn't be a pen, but it's a bit mad though because
what I'm going to say.
Cross comes in and he goes bang bang, like you get what I mean? It hits.
So
do you know what I mean?
So funny you said this, right?
And then hits him there. It's not like the hand was there and he slapped the ball.
So this is so funny you said this, right? Because even on Saturday, when at my amateur football, right, the referee said if the ball hits your body part, then hits your hand, play on. It's not a foul. If it happens in the penalty area, I'll have to think about it. Now, when he said that, I looked at him like, well, that doesn't make sense because the rules shouldn't change from areas of the pitch. So if he hits his leg and hits his hand, now you're going to think about it if it's a penalty. But if it was just outside a penalty, if he hits his leg, then hits his hand, nothing, play on. As long as there's no movement to say you try to control it or take it on with the attack.
Listen here, the reason why I wouldn't argue that it's not a pen is just that obviously definitely stopped the ball from going where it was supposed to go. And that's always my little thing with handballs here. If I had my way, I would have my own rule. And my rule would probably be a mess, I would admit, yeah. But My rule is that because you know what penalties, handball penalties annoying me is when a ball is like going, it's not going anywhere. It's about to go for a goal kick, right?
Yeah.
A defender jumps for it, hand, bang. If his hand wasn't there, the ball is going out. It's a goal kick. But now you're getting a penalty. To me, that's like it's a bit mad. It's like, what is this?
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? It's some of them are foolish. I mean, this one, you know, he stopped it from getting to, I think it was Nunes maybe that was there. That's why I'm more like probably a pen, but I do think it's a bit harsh. Robertson, Lord have mercy, that guy. They need to start playing that Simicas because that Robertson, every time I've watched Liverpool, the rubbish games, the good games, this guy is consistently rubbish this season.
Do you know what cracks me up, right? I remember when Delo got sent to a different realm by this Dibbling guy, right? And everyone was cussing United. Then he's done it to other teams, and now Liverpool have got a taste of what he's not a rubbish player, guys. Respect this guy, right? He is a good dribbler and he's fast as well. But the way he was going at Robertson, it was free. It was a free minute, free meal, sorry. Free meal, free school meals. That's what he saw Robertson as. But yeah, they need to fix that. They definitely to fix that.
And then that who did they have up front? Onuochu, the striker that they had, whatever his name was. But brother, his touches though. Oh, he was balling, you know. He was balling. It might have been wasteful, but he was balling. But I was like, who's this Adebayo looking like just holding the ball up, dribbling past man? You know, like I said, it was one of them games, almost a bit like when I watched Liverpool against Chelsea, and I was watching the game. I was like, oh, you know what, Chelsea are not doing bad here, but they just gonna. I know what's gonna happen. They're gonna make more mistakes than what Liverpool are gonna do. And Liverpool 100%.
I don't know if
that's almost like a lot, that's almost like a lot of Liverpool games that I watch it, and I'm like, oh, the other team is not actually getting cooked, but I know they're gonna make less mistakes and they're gonna score. And Salah, the importance of Salah this season is outrageous. I mean, how he doesn't have his new deal come up. I don't know if you saw his quote where he was like, "Well,
you said he's more out than in." Well, I think it's a Salah thing. I think I
think it's just putting pressure on them, to be honest, because he's saying like, but he's the one that's saying that they haven't come up and said anything, which is a bit hard to believe. Like, brother, that's your best player. Like,
because of his age, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but let's be serious, man. Give him the then again, who knows? Maybe they're trying to give him like some 2-year deal or something, and he's like, "Nah, big man, give me a 4 or something."
Give me the real thing.
But from what he's saying that no one's even come to talk to him at all, which to me is wild. As important as he is, but anyway, it is what it is. Let's move. Crystal Palace. I only got one thing to say about this game. Well, 2 things. Number 1, Sa. I think he's been listening to the pod. Yeah, Sa has been listening to the pod. This useless guy, because he decided, I am actually going to be useful today. Yeah, that was the best game. Golden assist. The assist was a bit fugazi because the ball was kind of behind Mateta, but he was lucky that the other player was there to finish it. I mean, the only thing I can say about this game is Aston Villa. I always say about Aston Villa, they can beat anyone, but they can lose to anyone. And you know what it is? They just create their own problems. Like, the line is too high, bruv. It's higher than Ange, you know. We talk about Ange's high line here, but seriously, Emery's high line is crazy.
So I didn't say enough of this game to really chime in, but it's just
they're on the halfway line.
But this is the Aston Villa way, innit? Unfortunately, and this is why, whenever there's talks about them, breaking into the top 2, or being comfortable in top 4, right?
Top 4 as well this year.
This is exactly what I mean. Even me, remember last season I said they're gonna get 3rd, and I was having a laugh, right? But the problem with them generally is this: these are the type of games where it seems like all of them just go. Doop.
They're too much. I think their line is too high for Crystal Palace. Even the goal that Crystal Palace scored, it's from their penalty miss.
Oh yeah, got counted.
They missed the penalty and got counted. Yeah, the other goal was also a counter, and there were some other chances that Palace had as well. Even towards the end, where they hit the post, counter again.
And you know what cracks
It's
me up?
so
I don't
easy
think
to
their
counter.
back line is that fast to cover the ground. That's what kills.
But they
At least,
definitely got
with
Van der
Spurs,
Ven.
you can see Van der Ven. Okay, he's definitely going to get back. Udogie, he's definitely going to get back, right? So, I mean, Paro get back. He's fast enough, but you have probably the fastest centre back in your team. So he's definitely going to get back. When I look at Aston Villa's back line, I don't quite know which one of them is actually meant to get back. And even if you have like Konsa and all the rest, they're not that fast either.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You know what it is?
Suicidal.
You have to trust whoever is playing there. You have to trust in a foot race to get back.
But this is Emery, innit? Remember when he was Arsenal manager and they were hitting records for the amount of shots they were having against them? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the Emery way. You know what I mean? This is the Emery way. But again, it is what it is. Chelsea, I didn't really watch this, but
Didn't watch it. Don't have a clue.
I saw a finish from Jackson though, outside of the
the volley outside his foot.
Yeah, crazy work. Yeah. And I right now I have Chelsea for a comfortable fourth.
There was some controversy with this game with Leicester. I think Leicester should have had. I think Chelsea should have had a man sent off, but VAR didn't want to get involved. Oddly enough, and then they sacked their manager right after the game.
You know, this is the last thing I'll say. You know what annoys me about teams like this year, like Leicester? Yeah? You lost to Chelsea, you sacked your manager, so you wanted him to win?
I think they're worried that they're 1 point.
Nah, bro. Like, bro, sack him before the game, yeah? Because you're not beating Chelsea, innit? You're rubbish. You've been rubbish all season, yeah? And then this is the game that tips the scale, like, oh, yeah, Chelsea at home. We must get so because if they won, they wouldn't have sacked him. So you want him to beat Chelsea?
Yeah, you know what? I can't defend that. I don't get the.
But it happens a lot. It's not just Leicester. It happens a lot. Other teams do this as well. It'll be like, Ipswich. They go wallop by Man City, and it'll be
So let me paint a picture. I'm gonna give you the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna say 6 games, but let me just give you 5, right? Because in fact, 6, 7 games. They got Brentford, they got West Ham, they got Brighton, they got Newcastle, they got Wolves, then they got Liverpool and Man City. So obviously you discount the Liverpool and Man City straight off the bat. Maybe they think, I mean, they're over judging their station, but maybe they think he's not going to get points against Brentford, West Ham, Brighton. So they shouldn't even be looking at Newcastle, but let's just say Newcastle and the Wolves. So they're probably thinking, get a new manager in now. I'm hearing Ruud van Nistelrooy. I hope, for his sake, that's not where he goes, because that's an awful job. That is an awful job to try and pick up.
He's got too much to do there.
That is an awful job to pick up with no transfer, and they're not gonna have a budget either. So I have no idea what he was doing with that. What he's gonna do with that. So yeah, good luck. I don't think it was all right. Do it earlier, as you said. Do it earlier.
Yeah, do it earlier. And anyway, that is it, man. That is it, guys. Make sure you're subscribed and you hit a like button. Hit the bell, so you get notified as soon as we go live.
Yes,
and all that good stuff. Yeah, leave a comment, and we'll catch you again later. Peace.
Adios.